and welcome to For The Drive, and on today's episode of Friends of For The Drive I am looking at something incredibly special. What we have here is a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan 610-4 with 5.2 litre V10, naturally aspirated, producing about 600 brake, and my god does it look incredible in that spec. The owner has done some bits and pieces of mods, and we will definitely be covering them in the video because the exhaust mod is just insane. I'm just going to warn you now, it is mad, but in every way possible the best thing ever you could ever do to a car like this. So without further ado, let's start this puppy up and go for a little drive. See you guys in a sec. My face hurts already, we already just started. I hope you guys can hear me because this car is so loud. I am joined by the owner, Martin. Thank you so much for doing this today.
It just makes you smile, doesn't it?
Yeah. I've not been thrown into the back of a seat like that, not ever. Power delivery is just...
doesn't get boring either.
No. Oh man.
Pretty much just does that to 200 mile an hour.
Oh. So why did you buy the car? Like, what made you?
I actually didn't mean to buy the car. So I had a Mercedes going. I got all sensible in life and said, yep, sell that, buy a house, let's do this.
Yeah.
I stupidly went to an event at Silverstone just to watch racing.
That's dangerous, very dangerous.
Yeah. So I had VIP and chatting to the guys in Lamborghini as you do. Seen the Huracan just launched and said, I really like the car. And they said, well, have you driven one? And I said, no, not at all. He said, right, wait here, come back 5 minutes later with 2 sets of keys.
Nice.
He said, right, you get in that one. Pulled one of the Super Trofeo race drivers at lunchtime into another one. He said, all you got to do is follow him, stay on his tail. So I didn't know what to expect. Straight out the road on Italian plates. Nice. And this driver just went bang straight out bonkers, like down Farmers Roads, A roads, B roads, and I just absolutely love the drive. All the pops, bangs, crackles, everything. And I got back and I said to the guy, when can I have one? So that's how. And so at one point I still had the Murcielago with this arriving, and there was about a week crossover, and they managed to pull it in early for my birthday as well, so I managed to get about 3 weeks earlier than I should have done.
That's an epic birthday. What do you love about the car?
I love the pops and crackles. That's probably the best bit. It normally on a dry day completely glued to the road. So I really like the confidence that the car inspires. I've had cars before not that you don't get in this. Sometimes I think I'm going to die, but in other cars it felt not very confidence inspiring, you know.
You're taking your life in your own hands, kind of, yeah.
I mean,
what was the Murcielago? Was that
very different, completely, a lot more old school, obviously.
Yeah.
Manual, gated gearbox, obviously the doors that came up, everything was very mechanical. So I'd say the Audi influence definitely made a difference. Stuff like the dash, the controls, everything's nice and it works. And the car is more. The car's more electric, but in a good way. So like the steering's completely electric and it's dynamic, it changes, which you just didn't get with the Murcielago. The Murcielago was just always heavy.
Right.
Whereas this, if you're in a parking lot, you know, you can have the steering really light if you want and just manoeuvre about, and then obviously put it to race mode or whatever. And it stiffens and changes with speed as well, so it's completely dynamic.
Oh, so, I mean, as you say, like the fact that Audi have had a big influence, I think it's necessary, because you say a lot of things need to work.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that Lamborghini have been let loose with their designing.
Definitely.
I mean, the whole like that cockpit design is, to me, I just like, yeah, this is definitely a winner for me.
There's lots of bits in the design that will tie in when you actually start looking at the detail of the car, because you don't notice initially.
Yeah.
It's actually.
I do like the fact that I don't feel like I can't see.
No, there is enough visibility. The only thing I would say, not there's a criticism, but the rear view mirror, you don't get much view through the engine bay.
Right.
Because it's a glass, you can get the ones with a louver,
Yeah.
which is the standard option. This was a factory extra to have the glass.
Right, okay.
So you can actually see, well, I think it looks better as well.
Yeah.
The only difficulty with the glass is when the sun shines down, it reflects off the engine, so all you can see is a mirror
Of your
reflecting the
engine bay.
So the whole lot, another option, factory carbon clad, so that it doesn't reflect the light back, so it looks cool when you open the bonnet. But also you can actually see.
Oh, okay.
When I say you can see out, I mean you could see a bit until I put that massive wing on the back. Now you'll see when you're driving, if you look through, you just can't see anything.
No, okay.
Supposed to be Lamborghini's first kind of supercar that you could use for everyday stuff. So for that reason, it has 3 modes on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So in Strada, and this really does change the car. In Strada, you can just light, easy steering. The brakes are a lot more subtle. The throttle response is totally different.
Okay.
As soon as you got then Sport, which effectively opens the exhaust normally, stiffens the whole dynamics, throttle, steering, braking, everything.
Yeah.
And then you've got Race, which is quarter.
Yeah.
And that completely changes everything. It drops a lot of the sort of traction control settings off. The gear changes are absolutely savage. I mean, they're razor sharp.
Nice.
Snap them in if I can. We do a first and second gear change. Totally different dynamic.
Oh wow,
And you can really feel it, and so there's a lot more atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, so it's quite cool. You've got kind of almost 2 different cars.
Yeah. Is there anything that you don't like?
Nothing actual critical of the car.
No.
The concept is expensive, and when I say expensive, I don't mean expensive. I mean silly things like that. I'd say is a criticism that I get annoyed with is the Lamborghini tax. But you get it with all the exotic cars. I had a look before I did a few of the bits body kit. And I added a few bits up and looked around and stuff. And the way I wanted it to mix it up a bit, the body kit was like 30 grand.
Oh.
And you think, there's not, it's a lot of it's carbon, but there's not more labour intensive than buying a body kit for a Saxo or Corsa or, do you know what I mean? There's going to be 500 quid, so there's definitely a tax on it. And little things like, I was coming out for a drive and I clipped one of my mirrors. Yeah, it wasn't a great start to the day. I wasn't concentrating, trying to dial the sat nav in, clip the mirror, okay, no worries. I busted one clip inside.
Right.
Now in my mind I'm thinking, right, how much would a mirror be for my van? let's say 80 quid, or 100 quid, let's times it by 5 for, So I'm thinking, right, it's just cost me 500 quid, tunnel. Called into my dealer, yeah, no problem Mr. Brown, got it in stock, we have it ready to go for you. Just under 2,000 quid. And all I needed was one clip. No, you can't buy it, you have to buy the complete assembly. So just little things like that where you think, oh, it's not. It does add up. So that would be my one criticism, but that's not really of the car, that's just a general.
That makes me feel a little bit better about the fact that I broke a wing mirror on a Kia Ceed once, and that cost me £100. And that annoyed me at the time. So I'm now thinking that I shouldn't be whinging about that. Tell us a little bit about the exhaust modification.
The exhaust was something that I wanted to do for ages. It was an option at the factory which I didn't go for, and I kick myself for it now. But I've been meaning to get around to doing it for a long time. I actually really like the standard exhaust sound, but I just want to be different, and I wanted to mix this car up a little bit. So effectively, you've got the headers that come off the V10, and their back, I've got a 3-inch straight through stainless. So yeah. Hence the extra sound and the pops and bangs and stuff. And as you know, this is the first time I've driven it.
Yeah, I know.
With the exhaust.
This is like this maiden voyage with the new sound, and all I can say is well done, because it sounds incredible. So because you said to me earlier that this was actually developed by an American.
Yeah, the guys in the USA, dropped them a message. They do exhaust and other performance-inspired parts, and they've just started getting into exotic stuff. And what they like to do is do exotic stuff, but not with what I was saying earlier. This kind of tax, Lamborghini tax.
So it's actually affordable.
It's affordable, and it's good, decent stuff. That's not kind of been inflated. So I dropped the guys a message and said, do you want to hook up, do some stuff in the UK? Obviously they're not over here at all, so as you know, I do loads of shows and events and things like that, and a week later, sat on my door ready to go.
That's amazing.
I didn't have to wait until after a track day to fit it, because unfortunately it is now, it's a race system. Stupid UK regulations for any race car do limit the sound, so I waited about 4 weeks before fitting it, and then spent 15 hours in my garage 2 weeks ago, which was fun. You just can't comprehend the sound, the whole sound. Until you actually get in it, hear it.
I mean, and trust, although I have heard like Huracans, and I remember hearing this when we did the convoy a few weeks ago. Never being in it before, so I don't know what it sounded like beforehand, but there's no way it sounded this good. This just sounds epic. You've added a wing.
Yes.
And you've had a few bits and pieces changed from body colour to black.
Yeah, just mixed it up. So I've had the front splitter wrapped black, the wing mirrors wrapped black, side skirts, and just darkened out the indicators and stuff. So I think it's just subtle. It doesn't want to be over the top, just to mix it up. I do a lot of shows where we go and there are other Huracans, so if I can just have something that's totally different, then that's cool.
Yeah, the wing does make a huge difference to the back end.
The wing really sets it off, definitely. And there's been a lot of good feedback after. We went, didn't we?
Professor Brooklands, that's the one.
And I just got home, had loads of Instagram stories, and people were tagging me and going, "Look at the wing!" So I mean, it's been received well.
Nothing about the back end as standard is bad. So everyone looks at it and go, yeah, that's a really nice looking car. The whole car looks a bit bonkers, but also really kind of refined. As soon as you start seeing people put a wing on it, it actually adds a bit of height to the back end.
I think it needed something.
It seems to change the shape of the almost the back half of the car, not just the back. And the side skirts, I think, actually sets off the door shape.
Because it adds a bit more detail to it as well. And I'm glad that I'd had the car for a year, 2 years before I did that. So I've experienced it all without any of these mods, standard, and gradually changed it, which is nice.
always have to ask this question. What would be the replacement?
I've got something lined up. Yeah, I can't say exactly what it is. I won't get it for another year or two. But I can say I'm still staying Italian, so that maybe not give it away so much.
Yeah. Holy moly. How are you feeling? How's your heart?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Mine, I'll just tell you, mine's racing. That's like millimetres of throttle.
I know. It's difficult on the motorway. If you're like cruising at 70, that's one thing this is lacking, is cruise control.
Does it not have that?
No, if you're cruising at 70 and you move your foot like 1 millimetre, or particularly in the 50 when you're going on the M3 as well, you move your foot like a millimetre and all of a sudden you're at 60, you're like, oh.
You say about the steering feels very comfortable, but I am getting good feedback. It brakes are very powerful. Mine does not have that kind of powerful braking.
Does it feel a lot more heavy than what you used to?
A lot more direct.
A lot more direct, yeah.
It is heavier. When you're moving, this feels quite, I wouldn't say overly heavy, but I definitely feel much more direct response.
Yeah.
The XE is supposed to be the comfortable executive family saloon kind of car. It's they've made it very light.
Yeah.
Whereas this, like, there's a bump in the road, the steering wheel's not being like ripped out of my hand because the wheel's gone over a bump, but I'm definitely feeling little tiny bits. Considering how like low, wide, like how big the wheels are, very comfortable, actual ride comfort.
Yeah. And this is one of the worst roads in Hampshire as well. It's bloody bumpy.
There's a lot of bumps in it, but I'm not ever, like, there's nothing being transferred directly to my back. The seats are actually very good at bolstering as well. I feel quite not
they
squeezed.
are quite hard. I would say if you drive it all day, you do end up getting a bit of a backache, to be fair.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just because like you're tensing up a lot more and like, you know, if you're driving crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
It does light. It is a very revvy car. It prefers the revs. Like as soon as you're dropping down and you're sat higher revs, the pops and crackles become a lot more apparent as well. So like now, if you dropped it, yeah, that's it. See, you give it another little bit. Oh. So you've got ultimate pops and crackles at your disposal whenever you want. So.
Rev range sounds mad. It just sounds so nice.
Maybe in the summer. I just want to. What a tunnel.
I should have done it earlier when you were doing it. It's like, damn it! I felt like every time I saw it, it was too late to do the windows.
Drop it down to like probably second. Oh my god!
Sorry, what were you saying?
I can't remember.
Talk about handling, that's what it was. That's like, how like the fact that I could go around those corners and it just felt so flat, so planted.
What I'd like to do in the summer when it's dry, just take you out for like 10 minutes and absolutely gun it.
Yeah.
Just so you can see what it. How do you find it then?
Oh my god. I don't want to give it back. That was a hell of a lot of fun, thank you very much.
No problem.
I didn't brake and you think, yeah.
I was a little bit nervous.
So that is the end of the video. I can't believe today has been such an experience. This car is a bit of a beast. The eagerness of the V10 just to rev with the smallest amount of throttle movement is just incredible, and the front end just feels so well planted. I can't really believe my luck still to the fact that I've managed to drive such a prestige supercar. So a huge thank you to Martin for not only coming out today, showing me around this beautiful car, as well as letting me get in the driver's seat. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. The smile on my face will make me ache for days. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.